Hey, what's up turtles? It's Krik here with Black Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing a video showing what I carry on my day-to-day down on a day hike, or Stony and I are out shooting videos. I'm going to go through my pack and show you basically everything I carry. I had a few people ask me about it and I thought it's a really great idea. I can't believe I haven't done one sooner. But I'm just going to go through everything. Not really talk about the specs so much of the products. I've done pretty much, I think, a review on everything I'm carrying, so if you're really interested in the product, you can check out the video. But this is going to be based on sort of what I'm carrying and why, what the philosophies behind it and why I'm carrying it, and the uses for everything I'm carrying. So right now I'm wearing my J-Tech Heracles bag, this day pack. I've already done a review on it, and I have this thing not even stuffed to its capacity and weight load. Still pretty comfortable on me for a day hike. With that being said, I'm just going to get into it. Oh, and you can see my camelback hanging out too. That'll be the first thing I touch on, my camelback. It's 100 ounces. I don't have it full right now. I probably have about 3 liters of water on me. But the reason I like carrying hydration packs is because when I'm hiking out this and I'm not keeping my pack on, I can hydrate. This is very important if you're spending a lot of time outdoors, is to have enough water with you. I can't emphasize that enough. Heat stress, heat stroke is really easy to get if you're outside all day and it's hot. And not having enough water can be literally your worst enemy. So I carry a hydration bladder, for one, because I like it. I don't have to get a water bottle out of me. I can just keep sipping water at my leisure as I'm carrying my pack. It's really nice. But potentially in a survival situation, I could use this to store clean, filtered, purified water. And how I do that, I have a 40-ounce Clean Canteen metal water bottle, 18/8 stainless metal water bottle. I can boil water in this, disinfect water. In a pinch, I could even cook food in this, make a stew. I could make tea, put this on top of the fire. Like I said, if I'm out of water completely, I could use this to boil water to purify it, and then I could let it cool by potentially putting it in a stream and then dumping that pure water in my camelback and use my camelback as a storage. You can also use a camelback actually on top of a fire to boil water as well. I wouldn't recommend it. In a pinch you can, but you're probably going to warp and destroy the camelback. I'm going to start working around just on the insides of the bag. Here I have my food container, this piece of plastic. I have some food in here. I have some dried pineapple fruit, and then these little bars I like to carry. It has some chocolate on it, which I really think chocolate is I really like chocolate, first of all, but I really think it's important also if you're outside on the trail, if you're spending a lot of time outdoors. Having a little bit of chocolate can completely boost morale with someone who's feeling a little down or hungry or tired. Eating a little bit of chocolate just opens up endorphins in our heads, and can really just make a mood change really quick. So I'll carry that not only for myself, but potentially other people I'm out with, to keep morale up should I need to. But also this container, it's not waterproof, but I can use it to put trash in it if I need to, and it won't hog up the inside of my pack. It's a non-crushable container, so if there's something really delicate I don't want crushed, I can put it in here as well. There's a lot of uses for this type of container. I have my whole sleep setup in here, a whole potential shelter system. I have my Atlas straps for my hammock, which could be used as cordage in a pinch. I used to put around a brace if I need to, or a splint. I have a tarp here, which is huge. A tarp is huge for keeping the weather off of you. It'll help make a shelter. This is big enough that not only for me, I can use it for other people if I need to put this up really quick. I have a tarp and my hammock. And all of this, this is my whole shelter system. It fits in this bag, and I can definitely camp in this overnight, many nights. Really small, not that much weight, and this is just in my day pack. I might not need the tarp today, but like I said, it has a lot of different uses. The hammock, not only for survival, but also just the leisure. It takes only minutes to put my hammock up and be really comfortable and really enjoying the day in a different way. And that's all I have on the inside of my pack right now. As layers go, let me back up for a second. And what I'm carrying here really is situationally depending. Where Stony and I are coming in the forest we grew up in, we spend a lot of time out here. We do all our videos out here in this particular part of Pennsylvania, and I know these forests really well. I know the weather, I know the patterns of weather, and I understand that, and this really determines what I'm carrying in my pack for the day, where I am. if I'm going to a different part of the world or the country, I'm not familiar with the country, the land, the weather, how I pack my pack will be different. I just want to, sort of preface where all this is coming from, my mentality when I'm coming out and how I'm packing. Start off in here, I have this metal Altoids container, which has a lot of different uses. You can you can make char cloth with this. I have a few ranger bands on here, which can work, and this is sort of my fire kit, kind of, sort of. Inside of it, I have, picking this up, Stony, I have a few pieces of fat wood here, which is a really great resource to have for getting fire started in wet environments, which is a really wet environment where we are right now. Particularly, there's a lot of high groundwater. It's wet, it's surrounded by ferns year-round. And pine pitch in here, which has tons of uses as well. And I don't really carry a first aid kit for a couple of reasons. One, I just forgot. I think it's really important to have a first aid kit and keep medical situations in mind when you're coming out to the forest. I do have wilderness first aid training, been certified, so I do have medical training for being in the forest, which if you don't have that, carrying a little bit more traditional first aid equipment is a really great idea. I'll do a video on a really quick, easy first aid kit, just sort of basics to have out with you at all times. But I don't have one on my pack, in my pack. Sorry for that. But this is pine pitch. It can be used for a lot of different things to help make fire. You can make glue. You can use this for wounds topically. Has a lot of different uses, all that. And this is the stuff I've gathered as I've seen the resource. I'm not going to wait till I need pine pitch to try to find some, or wait to find fat wood until I need it. If I'm out on a hike and I see a resource I know that's not common where I am specifically, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to forage for later use. Because the last thing, you want to be in a situation where you really need something and you can't find it. So that's why I carry sort of these resources that aren't common for me where I am specifically. That being said, moving on, I also have a little write in the rain notebook here. Maybe write my thoughts down if I need to. All weatherproofing. Maybe leave direction for someone, leave a note if I need anything like that. It's a little notebook, do a little quick drawing. And here I got my ferrocerium rod. I do have a lighter. I think I'm carrying a lighter on me today, but this is great. Much better than a lighter, lasts much longer. Thousands of strikes off this to get a fire going with some natural tinder. Ferrocerium rod. It's sitting here. Inside of this I have my compass, which I've done a review on, use this in multiple videos. Has a mirror on this too, a signaling mirror, can help use a signal. I can use it to look in my eye. If I'm by myself, I can use it to look not only at how pretty I think I am, just kidding, but also if I have something in my eye, or I can use this to help look, to get something out. A mirror has a lot of uses, like I said, signaling as well. And also, obviously, to help me keep my direction if I need it. Really cool piece of equipment. Compasses are really important to have. That's all I got up there. I just have a filled plastic Nalgene container. I'm actually carrying Stony's right now. This is his filled up. Like I said, water is important, but a metal one definitely has a lot more uses than a plastic water bottle. And actually over on this side, I actually have a made figure 4 deadfall trap that I've been carrying around just because, carrying it. Tried it out one day, just been carrying it. Why not? Who doesn't like doing stuff like that? Little bushcrafty stuff. Over here. Right inside here I have 2 handkerchiefs, bandanas. These are clean. I have not sweated in these. These haven't been, sort of quote contaminated through my body using sweat. So I can use these in like an emergency if need to. So I can use it as a bandage. I can cut some of it off to help dress a wound. I could use it as a potential, like I said before, if I need a splint, I can open this up, cut strands off, all that stuff. And I'll keep one probably just to be able to use on me. But if not, I can use this, in a medical situation. Like I said, I have wilderness first aid medical training, so it really sort of lends to how to use things on the fly out in the forest. And bandanas and handkerchiefs have tons of uses as well. Inside, I don't have much here. Just have some small little pieces of cordage that if I don't want to cut my big pieces of cordage down, which actually I'm carrying a lot right now. if I don't want to cut any of these down to, you know, to have a little piece, I got all these small ones that I can either make longer by using, you know, weaver's bend, something like that. But plenty of cordage. I really like cordage. Tons of uses in a survival situation. You know, I probably will never use this on a quote day hike, something we're doing, but if I need it, I have it. I will use one for a ridgeline as my tarp, but just a bunch of extra. Can't go wrong with having cordage. Because in the bush, making natural cordage is very, very difficult and finding the material, so something to carry along with you. And down here I have a fixed blade knife, full tang fixed blade, SE4, done a review on it. Tons of uses for cutting, obviously using a knife. And down here I have, also in that pocket, I have my wenger, which has a lot of uses as well, but specifically why I like carrying this is for having a small little saw. I can do a lot with cutting down pieces of wood. In a pinch, you can do a lot with a small saw. And then I think I just have some extra nylon here in my bag if I need to strap something to my bag on some of the webbing. And just a Sharpie. Just a Sharpie. You never know why you need a Sharpie. And I think that's basically everything in the bag that I'm carrying right now. And when I'm outside in the forest, through habit, through experience, I choose to wear long pants and long sleeves. You know, if it's really hot out and I can roll my pants up, you know, I can roll my pants up to get a little more air on my legs. I choose to wear high socks too, to keep bugs, potential poison if I have my pants rolled up. Brushing against poison, it's not going to make direct contact to my skin. And it's just habit and what I prefer to wear in the woods. And the more you're in the woods, the more you're going to find out what you like and what you don't like, what's acceptable to you, what you don't want to do, all that stuff. And I choose to wear a long sleeve shirt pretty much every time I'm out, for the same fact that I don't like to carry bug spray. I think it's pretty much just gross to spray it. I really don't like to be around it. I just taste it in the air. I really don't prefer it. So I choose to wear longer pieces of clothing. I can roll my sleeves down. Now I'm pretty much, protected through the sun, what I'm wearing, from bugs. So really, you have my hands and around my face and my neck that's exposed. But potentially, if I do have to spend the night out here, and I have this little bit of extra clothing, as opposed to if I'm just wearing a t-shirt or shorts, at night, I can stay a little bit warmer. I can also button this top button up, which will add a lot of extra warmth. I can put my collar up, which if it's cold, will keep me warmer. It'll also keep bugs off my neck, keep the sun off my neck. And it's really versatile, I think, to have the extra clothing and sort of modify it as the day goes. But like I said, as I'm completely covered now, and it's hot and humid out here, if I was hiking all day, yeah, you bet I'm going to sweat. But these are synthetics. This is a pair of Arbor Wear pants that I really like. They're light, but they're very, very strong. And this is a Columbia sort of, SPF, or excuse me, UPF shirt, which will offer protection on my skin, but it'll keep the sun off me and keep bugs off of me. So aside, like I said, from just what I'm carrying in the bag, what you wear actually on you is just as important, or what you're not wearing, for me personally. So I hope all this was, helpful, shine some light on sort of my style, how I'm out in the forest, what I carry, and why. If you have any questions, please ask me. Please leave a comment. I don't hesitate to respond if you leave me a question or comment. Share what you carry. Share why you carry, or if you don't agree with something I'm bringing, or you thought I should have more. All that stuff. Leave a comment. I always want to learn more. Please share your knowledge with me. That's the point Stony and I are doing this, is to share what we know and have people share back, so we can just really build a community of knowledge being shared and experiences. This is Krik signing out with Black Outdoors. Later, turtles.